Hello, Pisces. This is Dee with Metaphysical Moonlighters, and this is your February 2019 horoscope. And I apologize, I am not sure why my webcam is not popping up. It could be possible that I just can't see it, and maybe you can see me right now. But if that's not the case, then this video will just be, you'll just hear my voice, and I'll explain about the astrological forecast for this month. And this month, I am bringing you pictures of my trip that I took a few years ago to Rio de Janeiro. So you will see those pictures in the background slides. And you will also, the last slide is going to be a video that we took in Rio. So hang around for the last slide. Now, this first slide, the background picture is a picture of the Christ the Redeemer statue. This is a picture I snapped while we were on a helicopter tour circling around Rio. And if you can look at the picture, you will see how huge the statue is. And look at the base of the statue, you will see people at the base of the statue. This is a huge statue. Now, in order to get to the statue, because it sits on top of a mountain, you have to take I'm sorry about that. You have to take a vehicle, maybe almost to the top of the mountain, maybe halfway up. And then you get out of the vehicle, and then you take a series of elevators and escalators all the way up to the top. Now, at the very back of the statue, at the base of the statue, at the back, there is a worship temple. So it's a really cool place to visit while you are in Rio. And I do recommend that you visit as early in the day as possible because it does get hot up there and it does get crowded. Okay, so you definitely want to beat the lines up there. So when we visited the Christ the Redeemer statue, we were like one of the first people up there. Okay, so there were no lines that we had to deal with. So that's just a suggestion. Okay, so let's get into the astrological forecast. Now, remember, the dates you see on the screen are exact dates. However, if you are a very intuitive person or if you are very sensitive to the energies of the planetary movements, then it is possible for you to feel the energies of these aspects before the date that you see on the screen. You can feel the energy before the date, on the date, or even after the date. So don't get hung up on these dates, even the new moon and the full moon. If you are a very sensitive person or you're very intuitive, and depending on whatever else is going on in your chart, you can feel the energies before the actual dates. Okay? So just keep that in mind as you are going through the month. You know, just keep in the back of your mind the planetary movements. Now, on February 1st, we have Mars in a square to Pluto. Okay, so at this point in the month, Mars is going to be in Aries and Pluto is going to be in Capricorn. So for you, this is happening in the areas of your life dealing with your finances and your friends. So remember, when Mars is in a square to Pluto, this is an energy where it is not good to take any shortcuts. Okay, this can be a time of intense creativity or destruction if you try to omit some steps. So, related to your finances and your friends, try not to take any shortcuts around the first. Now, on the second, we have Venus in a trine to Uranus. And this is an energy where you are going to want excitement, okay? So for you, this is happening in the area of your life dealing with your career and also the area of your life dealing with your finances. So surrounding those areas, you are going to want to see some type of excitement. And also, any love affairs that start at this time are going to take off quickly. Now, on February 3rd, Venus enters Capricorn. And when Venus enters Capricorn, this is an energy where you will see a lot of people getting serious about certain things in their lives. For you, this is happening in your area of your life dealing with your friendships. So you might find yourself getting a little bit serious about the friendships you have in your life. Now, this background picture is a picture of the Copacabana sidewalk, okay, because the two main beaches in Rio are Copacabana and Ipanema. Now, there are other beaches in Rio de Janeiro, but these are the two most popular. So, when you are in the Copacabana area, if you can see my cursor on the screen, this is the Copacabana sidewalk. And this is the Ipanema sidewalk. So you will know what area you are in if you look at the sidewalk. So that's why I threw that in there. Now, on February 4th, we have the new moon in Aquarius at about 4 o'clock in the evening. For you, this is happening in your area of your life dealing with your spirituality. And I have pulled one card for you from the Trust Your Vibes deck, and this is your message for the new moon. The card is Make a Note of It. This is from the Trust Your Vibes deck. So I'm just going to read a little bit about this card to you. Okay. The card says, you may be intercepting vibrations from your guides regularly, but having the confidence to trust your vibes fully may still be a challenge. Don't worry. Trusting your vibes takes time. With a little extra effort, you can accelerate the process and not miss a single golden nugget of guidance from your higher self. Okay? The way to strengthen your confidence and better receive guidance is to carry a small notebook throughout the day and write down every vibe you get. I'm just turning the page. Write down every vibe you get, no matter how subtle, including hunches, inspirations, bright ideas, vague notions. So the more you write down your vibes, the more tuned in to them you'll become. Okay? This does wonders for your confidence and it increases your psychic awareness at the same time. So at this new moon, you might want to make a note of any hunches you get, any feelings, things of that nature, because it does increase your intuition. Now, these pictures, this is a picture of my husband and myself on the steps in the Escondaria Celeron area. And it is a very artsy area. The vibe is really cool. It's laid back. There are people, playing the drums in this area, selling their homemade goods, just relaxing, having a great time, just, soaking in the energy of being in Rio. And it's very colorful. Now, these tiles were laid by one man. He was a local artist who lived in the area. And he laid all of the tiles, did all of the artwork in this area. Now, um, if you travel all the way up to the top of the steps, you will find yourself in a favela area. Okay, a favela is sort of like a ghetto in Rio, and there are tours that are offered of the favelas. Now, my husband and I chose not to take any of those tours because we just felt like it was exploiting the people who live in the favela area, especially because we were not sure if the tour company even gives money back to that community. So we just, we chose not to take a tour of the favelas. But I do recommend that you visit this area, the Escondaria Celeron area. And this is also the area, I believe it was Snoop Dogg and Pharrell. They shot a video and they were sitting on these steps in Rio. But yeah, it's a really cool area. I do highly recommend you visit this area when you visit Rio. Now, on the 10th, we have Mercury entering your sign, Pisces. Mercury enters Pisces. And when Mercury enters Pisces, this is an energy where sometimes details can get thrown out of the window. So just keep that in mind around the 10th. Now, on the 12th, we have Mars in a conjunction to Uranus. And this is happening for you in your area of your life dealing with your finances. Okay, so this is an energy where you might tend to make rash decisions. So around the 12th, make sure to think about any decisions you are contemplating surrounding your finances because the energy of Mars when it's conjuncting Uranus is that you might tend to make rash decisions. Now, on the 14th, Mars does enter Taurus. Okay, this is a great time for everyone of every sign to fast. And I say that because remember, Taurus is the sign that can be stubborn. So when you fast, you have to be stubborn with yourself and resist certain things. So Mars in Taurus is a great energy for you to resist things. So on the 14th, this is going to be a great time for you to fast while Mars is in Taurus because your resistance will be built up in order to stay away from certain things. And this is a picture of me on the Ipanema Beach area. Now, even though we did stay in the Copacabana area, I'm not sure why I didn't post any pictures of the Copacabana area, but we stayed at the Miramar Hotel, and our hotel provided us with umbrellas, chairs, towels for the beach. Now, if you, when you visit Rio and your hotel doesn't provide you with those things, they are available for rent on the beaches. Excuse me. They are available for rent on the beaches. There are people walking around. It's just like any other beach. There are people walking around selling things. There are people walking around offering to give you massages. There are lots of restaurants, lots of restrooms available on the beach. So it's a really cool place. Now, on the 18th, we have Venus in a conjunction to Saturn. This is happening in the area of your life dealing with your friendships. Now, the energy of Venus in a conjunction to Saturn, this is a great time for self reflection. Now, around this time, you might have difficulty relating to your friends because that is the energy of Venus in a conjunction to Saturn. It's a great time for you to be by yourself. You will feel very independent. Also, this is the date where we enter your season, Pisces. The sun enters Pisces around this time, and we can start telling all of the different Pisces happy birthday. So, happy birthday, Pisces. And also on this day, Mercury is going to be in a conjunction to Neptune. Okay, so this is a great time for you to express ideas that have been in your mind. It's also a great time, Pisces, for you to participate in occult activities, whether it's tarot, astrology, whatever. It's a great time for that. And this is the Ipanema Beach area in this picture. A lot going on, a lot of people, and everyone was nice. We enjoyed ourselves in Rio. Everyone was nice. You will be surprised how just learning a few phrases will go so far. Like if you are telling a female thank you, you would say obrigada. If you are telling a male thank you, you would say obrigado. And we did learn some other phrases while we were there, and of course, I don't remember them. But thank you goes a long way. We learned phrases like good morning, thank you, please, things like that. So we also ate at this restaurant, the Caratal. It reminds you of Fogo de Chao. And remember, Fogo de Chao is a Brazilian restaurant. So just imagine eating at a Brazilian restaurant in Brazil. The food was amazing. We ate here several times. Now, my husband is, more of a meat eater than I am, but the fish on the buffet area, it was so delicious. I couldn't stop eating it. So I do recommend you visit Caratal when you visit Rio. And on the 19th, we have the full moon in Virgo. And this is happening at about 10:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For you, Pisces, this is happening in the area of your life dealing with your partnerships. So if you have any negativity you need to release surrounding your partnerships, or if you have a partner you need to release, this is a great time to do it on the 19th because the full moon will be aiding you in releasing things from your life. Okay. And on the 22nd, we have Venus in a conjunction to Pluto. And this is happening in the area of your life dealing with your friendships. Now, this is an energy where you will want intense relationships. And you might notice jealousy and possessiveness in yourself and others around this time. And this is a picture of me in front of the Christ Redeemer statue. Okay, so I do have a video to show you, but please like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want a personal astrological forecast, book it at my website, metaphysicalmoonlighters.com, and check out the new Daily Horoscope app from Cheetah Mobile. It is a really great app to check your horoscope on the go. So you can download it to your phone. And I do have the links in the description box. I have the links for Android and also the link for Apple. And now I'm going to show you a video. We took a helicopter tour around Rio. And in this video, we were circling around the Christ the Redeemer statue. And I just want you to notice how huge the statue is over the people at the bottom of the statue. And then I did mention in the beginning of this video how you actually get up to the top. You see here, there are escalators. If you can look at my cursor on the screen, these are escalators you take up to the top. You take escalators and then you also take elevators up to the top, okay? I believe we had to get on maybe 2 sets of elevators and then like maybe 2 or 3 sets of escalators to get up there. So you drive up to a certain point, and then after that, you have to depend on the elevators and escalators. And I believe there are steps where you can just walk all the way from the bottom. But of course, I didn't take that method. So I'll play the video now, and please enjoy your month, Pisces.